that dance on. Move that body. Mentally, physically, energetically. Dance. Dance. Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare Educator and host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. Move that body, taking those deep, deep breaths. You can get into the flow of the rhythm. That's what wakes my body up. Dancing. They say dancing make you happy. Put that good feeling in your soul. Oh, yeah. What Chuck Brown say? If you're free and you like what you see, dance with me. Move that body. Move that body. Are you bouncing on that trampoline? Are you working your lymphatic system? Take those deep breaths and help it do its job. Move it. Move it in your mind. Move it physically. Even if you're feeling good, come on and dance with me. Hey. Let your mind and your body be free. Thank you for coming to dance with me. You know, it's your time to sit back and tune into yourself. No matter where you are you sneaking away from work and got your earphones in your ear because you know it's that time where you can sit back and relax a little bit? Taking those deep, deep breaths, tuning into yourself, expanding your chest, feeling that breath all through your body, giving you that extra strength to carry you throughout the day, to keep you moving. Those that are on their way home from work, you're getting ready for your next shift, you're coming home to your family. You may just be coming home to yourself and you can kick off your shoes when you walk through the door. You ain't think like I was. You was coming in taking all them clothes off. My mama used to say, come home and take them clothes off. Let that body breathe and relax. And even if you're going out again, all you got to do is put them clothes back on. But it's time to sit back and relax no matter where you are. You know, taking those deep, deep breaths and giving your body what it needs. You know, a moment of silence, some peace, tranquility throughout the day. So I want to thank you for coming to dance with me. Thank you for tuning into the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show. I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Health Care Educator, informing you that you can become the same thing too when you take control of your health care. And that's what this show is all about, giving you guidance, giving you support, honoring those that have emancipated from medical mental slavery, that know that we create cellular malfunctions, and we're going to create some cellular malfunctions. And sometimes things can get so clogged up and get so slow that the body shows something. Remember I told y'all last week how I got a bang shock, boom shock. Shock yourself. So take that deep, deep breath, and as always, tune into yourself. You know, I'm moving forward. I'm still in this cleansing state, and I'm going to be in this cleansing state for a little while longer. And then again, I want my body to always be in the cleansing state, but not at this intensity. You know, like I was telling y'all last week, you know, you come in and out of feeling tired when your body going through the adjustment of correcting something. And for those listeners that always tune in, you know that I am healing from multiple things, but mostly from that hemorrhagic stroke. And I have healed from it. Now the body is rebuilding itself, taking its time, because I'm taking my time. And I'm letting the body tells me what it's ready to do. And I shared with y'all last week that after a year and some months, it's that time for that liver to just cleanse itself and go on out and get that blood cleansed and get everything cleansed so it can start getting all the nutrients that it needs to build the cell life up. So how you doing, family? You didn't give your power away this week again. You are getting strong at this, aren't you? You are not giving your power to anyone because you are what? Tuned into yourself. Because you got to thank the power to be, that power that lives inside of you. So thank you for joining the self-care revolution and not being afraid, you know, because we need those doctors for everything, but not for the daily care of our human body. We got to take charge of that so we don't have to go to them at all. So it's time for you to relearn, to rethink, and rewrite your health care plan. And if you got a family that you are working with, you got to write that plan for them too as well. Health is a choice. You can choose that choice by knowing that it's time to bury disease, care, thinking, and diseases, and emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery today. Because that's one of the ways that they are really getting to people. Setting up things, creating all kinds of little insect bugs, doing all kinds of stuff. But you know what? There's nothing more powerful than the consciousness. Yes, our cells are always talking to us. We just need to learn or know
how to listen to them. That's what I'm talking about. They be giving us all kinds of warnings, even when we're feeling good, when we're not feeling so good. Cells are always talking. And, they're definitely talking to each other. Conscious self-healthcare moves. That's what we're making. That's what you're making a choice to make now because you're setting back thinking. Mental observation view is essential for self-success. What have I been doing? What have I not been doing? What did I give my power to? What am I eating that I should not be eating at this particular time? What should I be eating that I'm not eating? What should I be drinking that I'm not drinking? I know my body, my brain takes up 70% of the water I drink, so I know I got to drink more than what they tell me I need if I'm going through something. The body gets dehydrated, areas get dehydrated real quick. And you got to keep your body hydrated. So y'all know I've been drinking abundance of water. Lord knows my kidneys are working good. My bladder is working good. But y'all know how the body holds on to that excess fluid and excess sodium and creates those trapped plasma proteins throughout the body. So those dams are breaking up. My lymphatic system is doing pretty good. I sat back and did a self-examination this week. I'm going to tell you about it in a minute. But I want to say the message is clear. The message is clear. If you clear the pathway, if you free your mind, I'm telling you, you are standing at a safe gateway of positive organic expression. And it's time for you to do what? Express that. So take a deep breath. Sit back and relax. Information is going to come to you that you need to hear today. It's either through something that I'm going to say or just by you sitting back, relaxing and tuning into yourself that some information is going to come through. Because that's when the ancestors and the angels and energy flows through when you are most quiet and still and you get to thinking things, and you think past and you think beyond, and that conscious mind, the subconscious mind merge together and you get some information. You might say, wow, where did that come from? I never had that thought before. And you take a moment and you take that deep breath. And you might make a note. You may write it down so you can process it later. And just keep focusing on yourself. Family, community, and friends. It's a lot that's going on in the world. I'm telling you. But sometimes the best thing you can do is keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. The truth always come out in the end. How things are supposed to be in your life and work for you. So today, y'all know the other questions that I ask all the time on the show that you have in your mind for yourself. But I just want to add this one in today. I just want us to take a deeper breath and just really feel it permeating all through your body. And I ask you, are you reacting from fact? Are you reacting from fiction? Are you reacting from feelings? Are you reacting from emotions? You really got to know what you're doing and what you're bringing into your life. Know thy states of consciousness. We are always in states of consciousness. We come in and out of states of consciousness all day long. Sometimes 15 minutes you're happy, 15 minutes you're sad, 15 minutes you're mad. You go back to be happy. You're conscious of what's going on. Know thy states of consciousness and only give power to those things that serve you. And when you're able to do that, that simply means that you know yourself. You love yourself. You take care of yourself. Self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth, self-knowledge, all with self-assurance, because no one can turn you around when you know yourself and you know what you're doing. And don't let nobody tell you that you don't know who you are. You know who you are. You may have to make some adjustments, but you do know who you are. And if you're thinking those thoughts to bring you down, or somebody come along and saying, don't do that to yourself no matter what it is, flip it, turn it around, and try to have it bring you up, that's what you need to do. Don't sit there and hold on to those low frequencies. You don't want to do that. Not at all. So, family, I'm still moving forward. The body is in a tremendous state right now, and it's got me going through all kinds of feelings. And I'm thankful because, like I said, it's almost 2 years now since the stroke. And, of course, I'm moving and walking and talking, like nothing has happened. But my body internally, the nerves, the balloon state, all that's still there. But I just act like it ain't even there sometimes. I just be moving and just like it ain't even there. And actually, that's what has helped my muscles a great deal by not allowing them at any time to get stiff and not move on me. I'm stretching, doing stretches, working with the muscles all the time, taking what I need. So join me as we take a moment and we sit back and we take these deep, 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 deep breaths. I'm not coughing as much. The nose is still running. I'm thankful for that. Thank God for Head Start from Baba Tomorrow, Common Sense Herbs. It's keeping everything flowing now, and I'm just loving that. The eyes are running. The nose is running. So that means everything, all that inflammation that was built up around my face and head, all that stuff is coming down and still coming down. And I know it's going to keep coming down, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all the excess fluid and sodium that has been removed. I'm thankful how my tissues have supported itself like its own washer, wringing itself out and releasing and letting it go, and the things that I'm doing to allow that to be. And I'm thankful that I had an opportunity to be still. So once again this week, I was like saying, I'm not, it's not that I didn't have a lot to say or don't have a lot to say, but I'm just in this mode of just like, I don't know, just being quiet and still. So I'm like, what I'm going to talk about today? Because I don't know what to do. So y'all know what I did. I grabbed a bunch of books, put them all around me and say, as I'm on the show, what is going to lead me to? And just before I came on the show, the one book that stood out was that Nerve Force book by Dr. Bragg. And I said, well, let me see what page I flipped to. What can I share today? And energy is just something else. When you sit back and take your time and tune into yourself and relax, energy tells you right where you are and what's going on. And you got to pay attention to it. So I want y'all to sit back and take a deep breath. And this is going to tell you what I'm going to read to you the page I turned to. And it's right where I'm at. It's right where probably a lot of people are. And I really love what Dr. Braggs had to say about all of this. So I'm going to share with you without interruption from myself. So let me just take a minute and do a little cough before I start. Take that deep breath and see if I can make it through this without having to cough in your ears. So thank you for tuning into the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show, taking time to tune into yourself, to think about your life and where you're giving your power to and how you need to change and flip, and asking yourself what research I need to do and why I need to stay on these pharmaceuticals if I'm on them. How do I get off of them? I know I can't go to the doctor because they're not going to help me. Unless maybe I may go to a functional medicine doctor and they'll wean you off and something like that to try to get you to understand about diet, thought, consciousness, and different things like that. But no one can really take anybody off of the medication but the person that's on it. That's the way it goes legally. So we know 100% we got to trust what they say in the commercials. We got to trust what they say on the paper. If you're not reading, you need to read it. If you want to know why other things are going on when you're taking something for something else, because that's how it is designed, to tear systems down, to tear organs down, to keep you in that cycle. That's what it's all about. So if you're ready to move up that cycle and emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery, you got to sit back and pay attention, and you got to know what you need to do for yourself. So we are talking today about, let me make sure I'm on the right page. Take this piece of paper out that I put in. And so we're going to talk a little bit about today how to relax the nerves. And sometimes we don't even know that our nerves are overactive because we can't feel them. Because it's just like one side where the stroke was, I feel everything. The other side, I feel nothing.
I feel when I touch certain things. I feel when I think certain things, the nerves go a certain way. When I eat certain things, when I drink certain things, on the other side, I don't feel nothing. And it's just totally amazing. So that's why the nervous system is so complicated for all fields of medicine, because I think it's an internal thing. I think it's something that you have to be responsible for and know exactly when it's moving and where it's moving, about what you're doing and what you learn about it. So how to relax the nerves. And we're reading from Nerve Force, and I'm going to share straight through with you. And then after I get through this, we'll take a station break and come back and discuss it a little bit. How to relax the nerves. The word relax is very much like the word love. Laws of vibrational energy. I said I wasn't going to do that. Okay. When you ask the average person what it means to relax, you get all kinds of different answers, just as you do when you ask for the definition of love. None of these people have the slightest idea what the word relax means. They are all talking about stimulants. It is impossible to relax when you are pouring alcohol, tobacco, coffee, tea, and cola drinks into your system. This is the opposite of relaxing. This is whipping your nerves with powerful drugs, stimulants. Let's get the correct definition for the word relax, and then we will carry on from there. He says, Webster Dictionary says, relax. To make less firm, rigid, or tense. To abate severity. To become less vigorous. A relaxing or a state of being relaxed. I think the last definition, a relaxing or a state of being relaxed, is the correct meaning of the word relax. You cannot attain relaxation in the true sense of the word when you use stimulants and powerful drugs. Stimulants and drugs will deaden the nerves for a time. That I will admit. You can give a person a powerful sedative drug and it will temporarily calm him, or in many cases put him into a complete stupor. Some sedatives will knock a person out cold, but it is impossible to say that each person or such people are relaxed. People use the word relax very carelessly. Some would tell you they are going on a trip to relax and get away from all the tension of their lives. These are only words because people carry all their bad habits of living wherever they go. I will admit that a trip will refresh one, but relaxed nerves, maybe that's another thing. Relaxation. So what is relaxation to you, family? Are you thinking about it? Relaxation. Do I really relax? What is relaxation to me? Relaxation is a feeling. There is no other way to express it. Feelings is not something you can turn off and turn on at will. It is something that must be built up in the conscious and the subconscious mind. Something you build up in every one of the billions of cells in your body, in the entire nervous system, in the vital organs, and in the muscles. There have been times, yes, many times, when feelings have directed your life. Haven't you said to yourself many, many times, I have a feeling I should not go on that trip as I planned to do? Let's say it was to be a plane trip. So you listened to the inner voice of your feelings and did not go. The plane crashed and all aboard were lost. You relied on your feelings. We have often said, I have a feeling that that person doesn't like me. And sure enough, we find that person trying to undermine our character to others. Someone hurts you dreadfully, and you say to him, you have hurt my feelings, or you feel the hurt deep inside. Yes, we do have feelings, and we do feel things, and relaxation is a feeling. Your feelings allow your nerves to relax.
Your feelings banish stress, strain, and tensions and bring calm, inner peace, and serenity. Feelings is the life force within you that is always working for you. All it needs is a chance. It is astonishing how few people get their physical, mental, and emotional debris out of the way and let feelings work for them. Everyone knows what it is to feel miserable. Everyone knows how it feels to be tired, exhausted, weak, sad, and depressed. Many people know what pain feels like. Others' feelings do not deceive us. No, they don't. Our feelings do not deceive us. We all know how we feel when we get up in the morning. We know how we feel during the day. Feeling is a vital part of our lives. If we feel nervous, weak, tired, or miserable, we produce those feelings by our incorrect daily living habits. Feeling allows the law of cause and effect. Feelings follows the laws of cause and effect. Every effect in life is produced by a cause. You get out of life just what you put into it. It is one of the great and inflexible laws of life. Most people are plagued with stress, strain, and tensions. These conditions do not just happen out of the blue sky. They are motivated by a cause. Who are you giving your power to? Power to people, places, and things. You got to stay in control, family. Relaxation is a feeling that is produced by a definite cause. If you follow a definite program of building nerve force, you produce the feeling of complete relaxation. But you must earn complete relaxation. There is no use in trying to get it with a cigarette, a cup of coffee, or some teas, a cola, and definitely alcohol drinks. As you obey and live by the laws of nature, living by the laws of nature, you automatically earn the feelings of relaxation when your body needs to relax. Do you know the laws of nature? Do you know the laws of nature? There is nothing wrong with tension, family. There is nothing wrong with having some tension. Tension is part of life. When I walk out on the platform to lecture before 5,000 people for 2 hours, for example, I am bound to feel some tension. Life is movement, and movement requires tension. Now, how is that fact expressed in your body? Ask yourself that question. You have a miracle muscles in your chest cavity. Yes, we have a miracle muscle in our chest cavity that is active from the moment it begins to function before birth to the instant of death. That wonderful muscle is your heart that gives out that human body field vibration just for you. Now, how does it keep going? Going for many, many years. Study it closely. Observe exactly how it works. It tenses and then relax. It tenses and then relax. It tenses and then relax. Thus, it can go on and on and on. There is a great lesson for us here. The heart is like life itself. The heart is like life itself. It should be made up of tension and relaxation. To get any task done, whether it is large or small, we must draw upon our nerve reserve force. We put an extra push into what we are doing, and this extra push is tension. If our nerves are healthy and we are working correctly, when the effort of the task is over, then we should automatically have the feeling of relaxation. I still have tension. These nerves are gone. But you know what? I feel relaxation within it because it's not tight anymore. Woo! Take a deep breath on that one. Our entire nervous system should be like our heart. It tenses and relaxes. Our body should be in such a fit condition that after tension, the feeling of relaxation comes automatically. Is that happening for you, family? That is the great reward for living according to a healthy physical, mental, and spiritual program. Consciousness, your states of consciousness. Your body automatically shifts from necessary tension, strain, and stress to the feeling of complete relaxation. You got to have a state of consciousness about it. You cannot force relaxation any more than you can change the regular tension and relaxation of your heart. We all know that. Relax, relax, relax. I'm trying. You can't force relaxation. It's a consciousness state of mind. Relaxation is feeling. Always remember that. Relaxation is a feeling of peace and calm. It is something that works of itself within your nervous system. So I say, live by the laws of hygiene, and you will never have to worry about gaining relaxation. This feeling will come to you naturally. Pay no attention to people who tell you to relax unless they also tell you how to tense for action and how to coordinate the two. Life is ebb and flow. You hear me say it all the time. Life is ebb and flow. It is a part of life to tense when necessary and then to relax. You hear that news and you tense up, and then you got to relax yourself right behind it. Give it a new vibration. He says, I have heard lecturers telling students to let go, to lie in bed and raise a leg and then drop it until the leg is completely relaxed. And the same with the arm. These are good exercises, but true relaxation does not come from special exercising. Remember, family, relaxation is a feeling. So if you say, I'm relaxed, and you're really not feeling it, your body is not really relaxed. Like I'm telling you to sit back and relax and tune into yourself. Strive to make your nervous system so powerful that your body will automatically shift from tension to relaxation. And that's where I'm at. Thank God I'm here now. This will be your natural rhythm of living if you earn it by healthful living. It is the great law of compensation at work. Under the good laws of nature, you only get what you earn. There is a price tag on everything in life. You get absolutely nothing for nothing. You must earn feelings of true relaxation. You cannot get it with artificial chemicals. No way. Be good to your body, and it will be good to you. Abuse the body, and it will punish you with extreme, continual tension, stress, and strain. The law does not punish you. You punish yourself. So, live so that the feeling of relaxation will come to you when it is needed. Be a friend to yourself. Be a friend to yourself. Treat yourself right, and you can enjoy a long and relaxed life. Because what they say, family and community, the kingdom of heaven is within. Now, can we say it one more time? The kingdom of heaven is within. When the body is completely relaxed, you have an inner peace and inner serenity and true joy of living. It's worth working for it. That's why I'm telling your family and community and sharing with you on this show to sit back and relax and know that you are in that state of relaxation. And as you relax and when you feel that tension, you got to turn around and relax with it because that's okay. That ebb and flow, it's all right. You want to let go of the tension of things. All changes in the outer begins with a change in the inner. So you're sitting back and you're relaxing and you tuned into yourself and you're thinking about yourself. We're going to listen to a commercial. We're going to listen to some music. And you're going to think about, am I relaxing? Have I been relaxing? What have I been calling myself doing when I said I was relaxing? Did I go get that wine? Did I go get that coffee? Did I go get that alcohol and call myself relaxing? Now you know what relaxing is all about. So when I hear that music come in, I know we can sit back and take some deep, 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 deep breaths and truly relax today. And tune into yourself. You got that power to tune into yourself. So I'm going to ask the program to put on a commercial and let's hear some music so we can sit back and relax.
Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lymphologist and nest health care provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words cell, CELLLIFE.com.
On our own, we need love and unity that will make a better community. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers, come on, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers, they show love and respect. Always remember, never to forget, that together we stand, and divided we fall. All for one, and one for all. Oh, let's help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers, come on and let's help one another.
That's right.
All of my sisters and my brothers,
We got to help one another,
no matter what race,
no matter what race. We all God's children, sisters and brothers. Yes, we are. But you know what, family? In this day and time, in this day and age, and according to what's going on, I'm talking about supporting that black family. Humanity as a whole is always a part of me. But right now, we need to work together. We need to stick together. We need to support one another. We need to shift our energies. We got to stop being in a struggling state. We got to stop feeling like we got to fight our way through stuff, because we are creators. We are natural creators of divinity of life and all that goes along with it. When you get in harmony and peace with yourself, when you can ebb and flow when things come your way, that makes you want to shift that energy and get out of that relaxing, loving feeling state for yourself, you got to be the one to give it back to you. You got to be able to hold on to that understanding, that divine understanding. And that's why they say know thyself. Understand thyself and knowing thyself and knowing what's going on with yourself. And 100%, you got to emancipate from that medical mental slavery system. You got to get out of that box, because I don't care what's going on. If you're stuck up in that, everything else in your life is going to filter from that view, from that lens. And when you're feeling good and you're looking good, everything's great in your life. I had to work with the feelings over the past 5, 6, 10 years, and then, I just said, let me just not even work with it. Let me just relax and feel my feelings, but don't stay stuck nowhere, ebb and flow. So I felt what I needed to felt those feelings of whatever, and then I immediately release them. And that's how I could release them, because I honored the feelings that came through. Reverend Ike always say feelings get the blessing, but you got to understand the difference and know about feelings for real, and knowing that you're giving yourself the blessing. So how you doing out there, family? There's a lot going on, definitely here in the United States of America. There's a lot going on around the world and the influences of what's going on. And on that note, this past Sunday, I think it's been about 3 months, Alpha Cuba, host on Diamond Radio in the UK, has been wanting me to come on, and he always have powerful topics when he invite guests on and the panel that's on there. And unfortunately, for 2 times, I was unable to get there because the body was just saying, you got to stay in this relaxed state and heal. And but this past Sunday, I was able to actually be a guest on his show along with 2 other powerful brothers. And I mean, that was a dynamite show. And you need to go on out to my YouTube channel, K Davis F, and listen to that show. It's all about conscious self-health care from my perspective, from their perspective, and things that we can do for ourselves. Taking that deep, deep, deep breath and staying tuned into yourself. Now, y'all know I have those 2 powerful systems. One, I can work with you anywhere you are around the world, the Nest Health Wellness Tools. You can go to my website, consciousselfcare.com, ConsciousSelfcare.com, and look at that. And I also have a video on YouTube called 4040. There's a very tremendous special that I'm doing with both systems, the Max Pulse, which reads the autonomic system that tells you what's going on with your body, your cardiovascular system. It tells you what's going on with the autonomic system, parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. It tells you your stress level. It tells you just where you are, how close you are to that end, and how you need to reel yourself back to this end. And that's why we say you can become your own wellness doctor. Taking anatomy and physiology, having the right tools, you'll be able to create the environment that you want to be for yourself. And if you happen to go into that system and try to talk to them about what you know, they're not going to listen to you. And remember what I shared with you a couple of weeks ago, what Dr. Daniel said, and it is so true. When you put yourself in the hospital, when you put yourself in the ambulance, when you go into them, they got all the rights and you have none. You mean they tell me I don't have no rights over my body when I go to them? No, you do not, because you went to them and they have the right to do whatever they want to do with you, say whatever they want to say you have, read the test results the way they want to read them. And that's why you got to trust that inner wealth, that invisible soul of your soul. You got to trust your own feelings and your own vibration. I learned to trust mine. I learned to honor mine. I felt when the body was going through something. I knew when I put myself in that system, I had to be there for a minute and do what they said for a moment. And when things got together and I understood what was happening, I said, no, thank you no more. I know what to do. And I'm finished with that. It took me almost a year to get those drugs out of my system that was intravenously fed into it. But I take a deep breath every day, and I'm thankful that I was able to quickly not allow myself to go down that rabbit hole. And no matter what you're going through, you can do the same thing, because you got to flow with laws of vibrational energy. It's the power that brings my entire life together. It heals, renews, restores, and empowers me with divine energy and life. Definitely on the point of 444. I like looking up and saying that. I am love in action. I am a master of positive self-expression. I'm going to say this to you every time, because I say it to myself 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. We are here to be givers and receivers of love, and working from the laws of vibrational energy. You see, God did not, the universal frequency of life did not create religion that separates man. Man did to keep separation. So you can say, I'm talking to my higher self, I'm talking to a higher state of consciousness, but that is you. And you are into that. Okay. We might have a clip coming in from Reverend Ike before I close out today, too. Let me see if I can get through this. Because you got to remember what Reverend Ike said to do. And we have to teach our children the same thing. That you are the master of your thought and mind. You tell your mind what to think. You tell your feelings what to feel. You tell your body how to react. Because you got to master your mind, master your feelings, and master your thoughts. You don't give your power away to people, places, or things, times, or events. You must tell your human holographic image what to do, how to act, and how to think. Call it insanity or sanity. But like I told you, they got that hologram image of Whitney running around now, and Will Smith just did a new movie out, and he's looking at a holographic image of himself that he's working alongside of to look just like him when he was young. Got to think about that. Signs, fiction, signs, TV shows, all those things are always telling you what's going, where they are, and what's going to happen. And that's why when something happens, people can go back and say, we saw this on this show 20 years ago. We saw this on this movie, a month ago. You got to go back in time nowadays. But I want to tell you, family, no matter what you're going through, you got to sit back, think about it, relax. Self-health care is not just a mental understanding, a conscious understanding, a self-care understanding. It is a super understanding of divine consciousness of self-health care moves. Mental observation view is essential for self-success, your success. Let's take a look from the field of information and learn what your body signals and symptoms are saying to you. You literally turn into your most frequent thoughts and actions. Your life has become what you imagine as well as believe in. So family, what do you see, sense, smell, hear, feel? Think about it. Think about it and be able to relax yourself from that states of consciousness. I think we might end with a clip from Reverend Ike, but I just want to share this with you today that, like I said, wow, it's been 1 year and 9 months after the stroke. They had me in intensive care for 8 days and a total of 15 to 20 days, released to a rehab facility for about a week where I had to discharge myself because they were trying to pump me up with so much drugs. I'm like, y'all people crazy. Get out of here. Want to have me go exercise at the wrong time when the pressure was high and the body was trying to heal. I'm like, y'all doing this all backwards. I got to get out of here. So, I'm thankful that I was able to do just that. Take myself out of that environment and take responsibility. Yes, I did. And so can you. So listen to this. The old healer to the soul. It's not your back that hurts, but the burden. It's not your eyes that hurt, but the injustice. It's not your head that hurts, it's your thoughts. Not the throat, but what you don't express or say with anger. Not the stomach hurts, but what the soul does not digest. It's not the liver that hurts, it's the anger. It's not your heart that hurts, but love. And it is love itself that contains the most powerful medicine. Self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-assurance. It's about you being tuned into yourself. So family, have a good week. Remember to sit back and take time for yourself, no matter what's going on in the world, and give it a proper evaluation, and come back and listen to this show and share it with a friend so you can talk about feelings and knowing how to express them and what they mean to you. And thank you so much for tuning into the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. Once again, I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis Foulks. Some folks call me Karen Khadijah, Abdul, Malik, Davis, Foulks. I'll take it either way. They still call me Miss Davis. Some people I ain't seen in years. It's been good to see some of my old students and see where they are and what they're doing. So family, sit back. Don't get frustrated. Don't let life move you in a direction that you don't want to move in. And have a fantastic week. And remember to connect with me and become your own wellness doctor today. I got the tools that will put you in charge. Take it away, Jamal. See, can we hear that talk from Reverend Ike?
Now, the next is from Reverend Ike, the 14th chapter, and the 8th verse. You are not being, doing, and having the good you are divinely entitled to, because you haven't given yourself the permission. Now, I know that the conscious mind will want to argue with that, but this is why I've been talking so much here lately about the conscious, unconscious, and the subconscious. What happens a lot of time is that people try so hard consciously, but yet at the same time, they're working against themselves subconsciously. And We want to get all of these blocks out of the way so that we can clear our paths and give ourselves unconditional permission to be, to do, and to have the good that we desire. Stop. Don't make your good subject to conditions or circumstances. You are not subject to anything. All things are subject to you. You have the power to give things your power over you, but such is not the truth of you. You are divinely authorized and empowered above all things. Please underline that last statement. You are divinely authorized and empowered above all things. Now, let me show you how people abuse their power of permission. Well, Reverend Ike, the reason I am not being, doing, and having what I want is because of this condition or that condition or because of them. Let me tell you what you're saying on the subconscious level, how that registers. You see, you'd better get in the habit of asking yourselves how things are registering on the subconscious level. Because that's nothing. Don't you know, your every thought registers, your every feeling, your every thought registers on the subconscious level. And it works subconsciously and mostly unconsciously to affect you. You know what you're really saying? You are really saying that because of these conditions, I do not give myself permission. Because I don't have enough money for that fur coat, therefore I do not give myself permission to have it. Silly, silly, silly. Stop conditioning your power upon things. And I'm not telling you to run out and do something equally silly, running up your charges. You have to be careful you don't abuse your power of permission either way. Start breaking the habit from this moment on of conditioning your good upon anybody or any conditions. And I want to go back over this. I want to be redundant. Because if I can get this to you, I can take up the money and go home, which is maybe what I ought to do anyway, and just have you repeat this over and over. For example, when you say, I cannot have that fur coat, that car, house, I can't do this, I can't do that, because I don't have the money. That is an instruction to the subconscious to see to it that you don't get it or the money. This is why, again, for the millionth time, and I will say it millions more, the mystic tells us in the scripture, let the weak say, I am strong. Why? Because you are always giving instruction to the subconscious. You see, the intellectuals don't understand this. The fundamentalists don't understand this because this is mind science. On the intellectual level, it sounds like an instruction to lie. But it is not an instruction to lie. It is an instruction to instruct the subconscious what you want to be, to do, and to have. And you are always instructing your subconscious. You're always giving your subconscious orders by your thoughts, your feelings, and your words. Now, it is my personal belief that the subconscious ultimately receives its impressions from our feelings. We think it, we say it, but ultimately it is impressed upon the subconscious by feeling. It's like translating it into the language of the subconscious. The subconscious digests it into feeling, and then feeling, oh, smart class, gets the blessing. A good question to ask yourself several times a day, and you may want to paste it up on your mirror and in your compact. What instructions am I giving to my subconscious? You ought to know that. You see, we've been talking, as I say, more about the conscious, the unconscious, and the subconscious. It is possible to know at least some of what's in the subconscious if you will take the time to know what you're putting into it. Then you'll know what's in it because you know what you put in it. You don't know all of the money that's in the bank where you do business. As a matter of fact, it's none of your business. But it is your business to know what you put in there. Is that right? your subconscious will find a way, bring you into relationship with whatever you give yourself permission to be, to do, and to have. If you could look at your subconscious mind with the naked eye right now, you would see a lot of different blocks there. And one of the chief blocks would be the I don't have the money block. I'm talking about your unconditional power of permission. Stop conditioning your power upon things, upon people. All of your reasons, however good, and excuses for not being, doing, and having mean nothing were you to throw them in the ash can and give yourself the permission. I'll tell you a little trick that I discovered today. I wanted to know why this winter I have had 2 colds to overcome. I said, now let me figure this out. And then today, when I reviewed some of my goals, I think I found it. Because yesterday, I didn't eat a meal, but didn't go without any nourishment. I had 2 egg shakes, 2 slices of bread. I said, oh my, when I get back on the scale, I said, am I ever going to, I'm going to have taken off weight. And it clicked in my head right then. It says, aha, said, and I have a date set when I want to be through with the other 10 pounds. Aha, what I had better do is instruct my subconscious that I want to take this weight off with ease, comfort, joy, and love. Now please, write this down, because, you see, sometimes your subconscious will go to extreme means, and it won't necessarily always be pleasant. See? So listen, when you pray, when you give instructions to your subconscious, always instruct it to do this how? With ease, comfort, joy, and love. In other words, I don't need 2 colds to take off the other 10 pounds. The heart is deceitful.
Wake up. Yeah.
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show right here on Interlight Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Health Care Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.
Unlike what most people believe, your appendix has some very important functions in your body. For years, physicians believed your appendix was a vestigial organ just like your wisdom teeth and tailbone. While we still have these body parts, it seems like they don't do much in the modern human body. But here is the twist. Your appendix is much more than just a ticking time bomb in your abdomen. A study examined the evolutionary basis for the appendix in mammal species, and the results showed that the appendix evolved at least 30 times among different lineages over the past 11 million years. And once the organ appeared, it was never lost. That's one stubborn organ. So why did the appendix keep reappearing in humans across millions of years? What exactly is it good for? Before you decide to remove your appendix without a good reason, have a look at the top 5 important functions of the appendix. In humans, the appendix strengthens and supports the immune system. Your appendix has a high concentration of immune cells within its walls and functions as a lymphoid organ. Lymphoid organs help in the maturation of immune cells called lymphocytes. The human appendix helps in the maturation of specific lymphocytes called B cells. These B cells are responsible for producing antibodies that attack the invading bacteria, viruses, and toxins that are harmful to your body. Your appendix is also involved in the production of certain molecules that help direct the movement of lymphocytes to various other locations in the body. A type of antibody called immunoglobulin A, or IgA, is produced in the appendix. This antibody plays an important role in mucosal immunity. Your appendix is also a storehouse for beneficial bacteria. These good bacteria help the gut recover from infections and protect the intestines from further infection by harmful bacteria. Research shows that people whose appendix has been removed are 4 times more likely to have a recurrence of a bacterial infection that causes diarrhea, fever, nausea, and abdominal pain. The appendix is also believed to help fetuses develop. The development of the appendix begins during the 5th fetal week and shows very rapid development early in life. It is at its longest in childhood and diminishes in size throughout adulthood. Special cells, called endocrine cells, appear in the appendix of the human fetus at the 11th week of development. These special cells in the fetal appendix produce important neurotransmitters and hormones, which help in various biological control mechanisms and metabolic processes that are needed for normal development. Finally, the appendix can be used in various repair procedures for parts of the gastrointestinal system. The appendix can be used to replace sphincter muscles and diseased ureters, which allow urine to flow from the kidneys to the bladder. The flexibility of the appendix is remarkable, and it's one of the few organs that can shift its function. That is why the appendix, which was once considered vestigial, is now a backup for various reconstructive surgical techniques.